Good day students. In this video lecture we are going to see the nearest neighbor classifiers. Before venturing into the specific algorithms on nearest neighbor classifier, let us distinguish between the eager or active learner versus rote or lazy learner. So what do you mean by the eager learner or active learner? So this constructs the model for learning as soon as the training examples becomes available. So it does not wait till the test example is given. As soon as the training examples are given, it is going to construct the model. What do you mean by the model? Any mathematical function. Suppose say that y is equal to f of x, that f of x may be anything linear or non-linear function. So in case of decision tree, rule based classifiers, all these things are going to construct the models as you are going to give the training records or the training examples. But in case of lazy learner, what it does means it just stores the available training examples in the database or any file, and whenever the test instance or the query instance is given, it tries to retrieve the similar instance from the training examples. So what it will do means it does not construct the explicit model. What it does means whenever the test example is given, it tries to match these test examples with all the training examples, and it retrieves the most similar example from the training example and classifies into that particular class. So example for that is the k nearest neighbor classifier. So why do we call lazy learner means the word lazy comes from the fact that it does not create any explicit model. So on the fly or dynamically it is going to match the test example with the existing training examples. So if I want to explain it in a very simple way, eager learners are the students who learn as soon as the material is given to them, and they prepare for the exam well in advance and go for the exam. So lazy learners are the one who prepare for the exam before the day of the exam, or once the date is announced. So once the test comes, they are going to prepare. So they are the lazy learners. Lazy learning is also called as the instance based learning. So we will see that later. Next we will see an example for the k nearest neighbors of an instance. So here they have given an example of 1, 2, 3 nearest neighbors of an instance. Suppose if we are having a two class problem where we are having positive examples and the negative examples. If an instance marked by x is given over here, so if you are considering the one nearest neighbor in this example, a negative example is very near to this in terms of the distance. So as far as these points are concerned, we are going to consider the d-dimensional space where a particular instances are represented. So to this x instance, the negative example is very near, so it is classified as negative. So suppose if you consider the 3 nearest neighbor here, so here you can see that only one negative example is near to x, but two positive examples are near to this x. So we can classify this new instance or the test instance as positive example. In this case, both positive and negative are near to this. Here the choice is left to the designer of the algorithm. So he can take the call if there is a tie between two nearest neighbors, what to do. So this brings us an end to the introduction to k nearest neighbor classifier. Thank you.